Alright, let's get started here with Final Fantasy, the original, and this is Chapter 5, Part 1. We are going to go on a little side mission here to pick up an airship and then get our upgrades before we continue on with our journey to restore light to the world. So, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. We're going to keep the same format, whereas if I run from a monster, we will cut that out, and if I stay in fight, we'll go ahead and speed it up, unless it is a boss or something that I need to show you and explain, and then we'll leave it in real time. Other than that, we are going to continue, and we're going to go south. So head south in the ship, and then west. And we are going to go to a little place called Crescent Lake. It's over here on another continent. And it's quite a ways. So it's right here on this continent, it's right past those trees. Where you can find a dock right there. Let's get out, we'll dock our boat, and head to Crescent Lake. This is just a regular old troll, they're really easy, you don't need to run away from them. And there we go, hence the name Crescent Lake. You can see there's a, well, crescent-shaped lake. Now on arriving here, we'll go ahead and refresh ourselves and refill our equipment, or refill our supplies, get our equipment straight, and I'll try to speed all of this up before we go and talk to a circle of sages. And they're going to give us a whole bunch of information and a new means of transportation. And basically, I just going through here, getting rid of some equipment that I don't need, trying to equip the equipment that I do need, because I have a tendency to be a little slack on that. And while you're in this town, go ahead and pick up the white and black magics that you can. They're a little pricey, but they are worth it, and don't worry about buying any of the other, just crap, essentially. It's all made out of silver, so it's really expensive, but it's not any better than the stuff you already have. If you can only afford one of these spells, I highly recommend the soft. It could come in handy. There are some creatures that will turn you to stone in the next part coming up in the ice cave. And, boy, you really don't want that. So go ahead and pick up the Lightning 3. That's a really good spell. Rub is okay. It's a little more effective in this Final Fantasy than ones that come later. It's an instant kill, and Quake is the same thing. In this Final Fantasy, it's more of an instant type of kill. So, go ahead and, if you want to, you can pick that up, if you have the money. don't think there is. And I definitely limited myself by bringing along a thief instead of another fighter. I should have had 2 fighters and 2 mages, but for some reason I thought, I'll try a thief this time. Not the worst decision, but not the best either. Okay, so if you go over here to the right in the town, you'll see this little circle of sages, these old men, and they're going to give you some information about the world, about the orbs, and one of them will give you a canoe. This canoe, you'll be able to basically go down rivers and get to some places that were previously inaccessible. And that's going to come in real handy because we will need that to access the ice cave. And that is where we will get our floater, which will allow us to power our airship. Once you receive the canoe and you talk to the sages, go ahead and leave Crescent Lake. I might have to top off some supplies here, I don't remember. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you have a lot of heal potions. Make sure you have a lot of pure potions. I try to take a full complement of the heals. So, take 90 to 100 and at least maybe 30 pures, which is way more than you probably need. But that's the one thing you don't want to not have. Because if you need it, you need it. So what we're going to do now is go back out here and go back to your ship. And, well, there's some giants, so, we gotta kill them. That's just too good of money to pass up. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and go north. We're gonna stay on this continent, but we're gonna go north. And there will be this little harbor, like right here. And you can see there is a river. So go ahead, dock your ship right at the river. And I'm going to show you all of these different river monsters. These are no big deal at all. It's just a regular Hydra. They're not dangerous. You can go ahead and fight them. And these fish, pretty much the same thing, only they're even less dangerous. But they will come in pretty big schools, so that's the only thing. Now, none of the river creatures seem to be particularly, really good money or experience. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing impressive, though. And you can see that is the ice cave down there. And the ice cave is, it's pretty tough. It's definitely the toughest dungeon you've been to yet. And, it's recommended to do it twice. Like, to do one run to pick up all the loot that you want, and then the second run, you go back, you resupply, you go back, and then pick up the floater. Or vice versa, whichever way you want to do that. we're gonna do that here, but it's gonna be more of a necessity than because we're looting stuff. There's only a few pieces of loot that I really care about in here. I don't care quite so much about the gold, but there is some ice armor and ice shield that I want. Okay, right here you have to really watch these guys. These are the cockatrice. You've seen them before, but run. They can turn you to stone, and it can be a party ender. So we'll go down to the second level here, and it doesn't matter whether you go straight down or go to the left here, you go to the same place. Now this is a mage. You have to be really careful with mages because they have a rubbed spell, which is an instant kill. Now when you have just one, it's not quite such a big deal, but these guys can come in groups of 3, 4, 5, you know. So what I recommend is if you have anything over 1, you need to try to run. They're not like wizards, so you can run from them, and that's what I would highly recommend. Now they will alternate their spells between either like, they'll do a spell and then a physical attack, and it will kind of alternate like that. But their physical attacks are substantial, so they're just kind of bad news all around. You don't really want to mess with them, if you can help it. This one I dealt with because it is by itself, and I wanted to show you what they are capable of. If I wanted to hit it with a hard spell or not, and use that spell or not, because I wasn't sure just how much magic I was going to need in here. That's kind of RNG related, so you can get lucky and not run into, you know, the bad monsters, or you can get real unlucky and run into a bunch of them. So anytime you're low on health, go ahead and just stop and re-up and heal up. And don't take any chances with your party if you can help it. It's a long way here, and you don't want to have to come back. At least any more than you have to. You may have to come back once, but you damn sure don't have to come back twice. And the third floor is just a little room, basically, almost like a stairwell, if you can think of it that way. Take these stairs, that's going to get us to a different area of the second floor we couldn't get to before. So go ahead and go around this room, and inside we will go ahead and get some loot. And this is where some of the really good loot is. Now notice there are those holes on the floor. Once you step in those holes, you will fall down to the third floor. This will be a different area of the third floor. So, hit this treasure chest that I'm hitting right here, and you get this flame sword. That's a really good sword, and you want to make sure you get it. Now, that treasure chest that I was just standing in front of, that didn't have anything other than cloth. So it basically just takes up space. Now, those colored, that's doing damage here. It's just like at the volcano. We haven't been there yet, but it's like lava damage. Those are frost dragons. Run away from them. Because as you can see, it casts Blizzard and does about 100 and some damage. So not fun, and kind of a pain in the ass. You can try and stay and fight these if you want to. It's just that with hitting that hard, I didn't really want to take a chance on having the party get wiped out. So this is the other room where you want to get the good stuff, which is a silver gauntlet and a is that that wasn't the ice shield isn't here, I don't think. The ice armor, that's what it was. And so that stuff is really good. It's better than the steel that you are wearing, so you know, you might want to pick it up. And here we go. Here is a large group of mages, and they got the preemptive attack on me, so they're getting to go first, and that can be really detrimental with that instant kill. See, they've already taken out my white mage, and I can't bring anybody back with the life spell now, and there's no item that they can use to come back, so she's just dead, and she's gonna be dead until I can get to a hospital. And there went my black mage. So we have no magic users left, and not looking good here. Really not looking good. Was able to run away, thank goodness. I'm gonna try to get out of this alive, return, and heal up, resupply, and get away with the loot that I have. Kind of look at this as the looting run. And we'll come back for the floater. That's the kind of stuff that can happen in this ice cave, because there are so many things that can use stone, petrify, you know, just stuff that can turn you into stone, stuff that has instant kills. Your party can just get wiped out in an instant. Just one bad RNG roll and you're in big trouble. And I run into wizards that I can't run away from. Well, there's only 6 of them. Jesus. Somehow we did it. Going through a lot of heal potions, but that's okay. That's why we bought as many of them as we did. Some stairs that will take us right on out to the cave. Oh, but wait, we've got more wizards to fight. So it looks like we're going to get out of this with our skin, and I'm going to go speed this up while we go to Crescent Lake and get our people healed and resupplied. So just imagine the Benny Hill music, you know, wah, 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 wah. You know, that kind of thing. Because it's kind of what it feels like. And this whole time, I'm just hoping I will stay alive. Because I do have some of the loot that I wanted to get, so it wasn't a total loss, but it wasn't a total win either. And we used an awful lot of heals, so we're going to go ahead and pick some more of those up. And it does take a while to do this. This is, you know, before the days of, you know, buy all or buy, you know, X number. Oh well. Do a little rearranging here, put on the good stuff that we just got. Definitely a pretty good improvement. We'll take it. It's not huge, but it's better than what we had. So. Luckily for us, all that work that we did in the Earth Cave and the Hall of Giants is really going to be paying off now and into the future, because it's made us pretty OP for where we're at in the game. In the interest of time, I keep skipping these fights because trying to hurry up with this, and there's not really any point. And of course, you gotta get poisoned before you go back. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Back to the ice cave. So we're going to follow the same exact path and go and do the same exact things that we were doing before. Run away from the cockatrice, just like we did before. Go down here and go to the second level. Again, doesn't matter which way you want to go there. It all goes to the same stairs at the end here. So, go ahead and take out this, is it a frost giant, I guess? Yeah. Just like before, we're going to go ahead and follow the same path. so far we've been pretty lucky with the monsters that we've been rolling, so that's good. Now eventually we're going to get to that chest in the middle, and that has the item we came here for. And you can go ahead and fight these red bones. They're not particularly dangerous. They're also weak to fire and harm spells. So, and they give you a pretty good chunk of change. And these are the sorcerers. Yeah. Sorcerers are a pain because they can do the rub spell and they can also do trance, which is like a stun. So if you can run away from them, you definitely want to do that, just like you do the mages. Not much of one, but it's, you know, I guess you could consider it one. So go ahead and take these stairs. For whatever reason, I don't remember what's in this chest. But I must have got it, whatever it was. Here's where we're going. So go ahead and loot all of these chests before we drop into this hole. Run away from the cockatrice, of course. Which is really the only loot that is that significant here, you know, item-wise. The ice shield and the ice armor. And there we are. There's the chest that we need, and here's our boss fight. So we have to take on the eye. It's not really that bad, but it can hit significantly. I'm pretty sure that it does do some spells, so I tried to mute it here. Silenced it. And just keep on beating on it. Plenty more problems. So now we have the floater. Time to go get our airship. We just have to get out of the ice cave first. So, yeah, that's what we get to do. Oh yeah, go through this part again. Get to these stairs right after we deal with these red bones. And when we get out of here, we are going to be going back to the Crescent Lake area and following the river south to find a desert where we can find our airship. Heading back on the river in our canoe. A little bit of a lag here. I'm not sure exactly why that was, but go ahead and take these trolls out, because why not? We're here. They're here. That river to the south of Crescent Lake and go west. And when you get a chance to go south, go ahead and take that. And you're going to want to get off of the river right around here. Go ahead and walk the rest of the way. So we'll be walking through this little grassy area. And we are almost here. And when we are done, we will have a new airship and we can fly around wherever we want to go, which will come in handy because the next part we will be going to the Castle of Ordeal to be tried and to get our upgrades. So we're going to upgrade to a knight and wizard and all that fun stuff. That's what we're going to do. And there is our airship. And away we go. Alright, so next time I see you, we will be heading to the Castle of Ordeal and getting our upgrades. Alright, everybody, take care.